The big Shaq I thought I would have more Shaq nicknames off the top of my head, but Shaquille O'Neal has agreed to be the GM for Sac State. Shout out to you, Dion. Only fitting you're on this video. Sac State, who's been gaining a lot of just honestly sports momentum over the summer. Like it started out with, they were getting visits from players like I think it was like the top football quarterback in the nation, Ryder Lyons, took a visit to Sac State. There's all this money that's supposedly coming into the program. There was rumors that they would be hiring, wasn't it Mike Vick as their football coach?
Yeah, they tried to get Mike Vick. I think the dude they ended up with was like Brendan Marion, the UNLV guy.
Yeah, something like that. So, momentum there. And then, but this is a basketball video. Obviously, we've been seeing like a recent kind of uptick in like these kind of situations, like former players, people in higher standings kind of going back to schools and being a GM, right? Like, you had Woj go over to St. Bonaventure. He's a GM there. Trey Young is a GM for Oklahoma. I think Terrence Mann for Florida State. There's a couple of other schools that are kind of going along this same path. But now Shaq is stepping into that role for Sacramento State, who recently hired Mike Bibby as their head coach. So a lot of NBA lineage with that team. They get commitments from Mikey Williams, the former child star, who has been to a couple stops so far, now finds himself at Sac State. They get Shaquille O'Neal as well, Shaq's son, who is transferring from Florida A&M. So I thought to you first, Dion. What do you take from Shaq kind of coming into this role, and kind of what are the effects of it going to be? Because it seems like obviously his son is committed to the school, but also like he might just be willing to funnel money to Mike Bibby in the school.
Yeah, so first off, I want to let everyone at Sac State know I'm effectively lifting my holdout. So I haven't returned to campus since I graduated. They tried to like upcharge me so they could build a basketball arena for everybody else. I didn't like that. So I was done with Sac State post graduation. That's a lie. I returned a couple times to hoop, but now I'm back. So like I'm officially back on board. I'll be at games this year. Um, I don't know how serious Shaq is going to take this job. That's so I feel like with these like celebrity GMs, it's like 50-50. You have the Wojs of the world that are like living on campus above bars and apartments and taking the job very seriously. And then you have Steph Curry, who's the GM of Davidson, but is currently just stomping out the Rockets. So I don't think he's doing anything. I really don't think he's just participating. So I'm hoping Shaq takes it seriously. He's a part owner of the Kings. He's like always in Sacramento. So I feel like it's something that like he probably has like some passion for a little bit, obviously with, his son going there as well. Shout out Mikey. I do want to let everybody know we have as many 4 and 5 stars as your favorite Power Five does, by
That's
the way.
crazy. That's crazy. We're still carrying that mold there. That's insane to me.
uh, we also, I mean, this is the reality of it. There's $35 million in NIL funding that Sac State can use right now. I don't know the football coach's name. I think it's Brendan Marion. If that's wrong, I'm sorry. But he's done this thing on Twitter. He tweets out hashtag Go Sacramento. Fire,
Go Sacramento is crazy.
fire.
We interrupt this sleepers video to tell you about an offer from Underdog Fantasy. Cart, you love Underdog Fantasy, correct?
Of course I do. Can I have a moment real quick?
Please. Thank you for that. In fact, I'm going to cut you off because our listeners like when we keep these short and sweet. Underdog Fantasy. Sign up as a new user. Use promo code SLEEPERS. Get bonus funds up to $1,000, 50% of your deposit match. The NBA playoffs are rocking right now. I played Underdog last week with a Cade Cunningham line. I'm looking forward to doing it throughout the entire first round of the NBA playoffs, but there's more. You can place picks on golf. You can place picks on baseball. You can place picks on the NHL playoffs that are rocking right now. Join Underdog Fantasy, promo code SLEEPERS. Support this show so that we can keep bringing videos to you. Back to the video.
I need Mike Bibby to do the same. The NIL funding could go up to 50 if we go to a Power Five. So Pac-12 us. Pac-12 us. That's what I want Shaq to work on. Pac-12 us.
Well, first of all, you can't be Pac-12. There is no Pac-12 anymore.
It's gone?
Yeah, it's completely there. It's no more.
I thought they were rebuilding it with like Gonzaga and all that.
Are they?
think so.
Oh, they might be. Maybe schools just left the
Yeah,
Pac-12.
everyone left the pack, but I thought Oregon State and Washington State were like, "Yo, let's bring it back."
Oh, I just completely just I checked out of the Pac-12 conference. Like I just thought it was over. But no, it's interesting, like the to your point about what these guys' role in this is, because we see like guys like Woj, he's like all up in like you said, he's all in it. He's on camp, like he's on camp, he's scouting, you know what I'm saying? Like he's going out and getting players. Um, some of these other guys are getting this GM tag and they're just writing a check and letting the coach kind of work and operate. So that's where this point comes in for me. Do we want Shaq evaluating talent?
Listen, I went to Sac State for respectfully to myself and everyone else. Please respect my privacy. 6.5 years to get my undergrad. Please respect my privacy. Um, I watched a lot of basketball. I watched Dame Lillard toss 47 up on Sac State my freshman year on the road. Was at home for us, on the road for Dame. Whoever has been evaluating talent, Shaq will not be worse.
Okay.
But what I do know is it's a volunteer job for Shaq, so he's not being paid. I don't think he's going to do anything. I think you're going to see a lot of tweets about Shaq State from the rest of us.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
It's going to get used a lot. I think he'll probably be at 3 or 4 games. I think that's going to be the extent of Shaq's. Well, he wore green. He wore green on inside the NBA yesterday.
Okay.
So I think that's going to be the extent of his involvement, because it's just a volunteer gig. He doesn't actually get paid for it. He's probably just going to be like a face, put a face to the name. But I don't think he'll be involved in anything. That's the biggest difference. Like Woj is being paid. I don't think the rest of these dudes are actually being paid.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And look, there's at the end of the day, like Shaq being a part of Sacramento State and like Mike Bibby being a part of Sacramento State is fire for Sacramento State. Like I don't really care how it ends up turning out or how it goes. The optics of it just look great, and I'm sure that there can be some funding put into this, and also just like this, if Sacramento State can kind of be this spot that players can go, maybe like former higher recruits who want to maybe go down a little but still get paid. Like you could turn Sacramento State into like this fire ass mid major. Like that could actually be a thing. Also, Shaq could be out of here the minute Shakir graduates.
So that's what's really going to happen, which is why I want to get to I want to pitch myself for the role. So this has been something I've been working on like ever since I moved to Sac. Um, I guess I'm about to dox myself. I really don't care. It's good for the video. Keep the talent in Sac. If you keep everybody in Sac, like Sac State's actually a really good team. And like Power Five us, by the way. We don't need to be like a mid-major. Like put us in the Pac-12, put us in the Big 12. If you keep the talent in Sac, this team can compete. And if they come up with the NIL money, which they have, they can keep the talent in Sac. I've been working on it at like the grassroots level. I'm trying to build an AAU team out here. With some of the people that like I'm working with and everything. That way players don't have to go to the Bay to play AAU ball, or they don't have to go to like what's the school in Napa that we always talk
Oh,
about?
prolific prep.
Yeah, like half of Prolific's talent's from Sac. Like those are all Sac dudes. Like keep the talent in Sac, and you actually have a really good school. It's at Sac State. So I think that should be their goal. If you just keep the talent in Sac, like you could actually hoop.
Also, people will be turning on Sacramento State basketball games this year.
Yeah.
People did not do that last year. So ESPN Plus will be fired up. And yes, it will be on ESPN Plus, and we will be checking out Shaq with Shaq State. I'm already saying it too. We will be checking out Sacramento State basketball next year. Shout out to Shaq for doing this. I kind of like the heel turn of Shaq pivoting from his hater phase. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's reconciling with Dwight Howard. He's doing this. Maybe he's, maybe he saw the Shannon Sharp situation. Is like, damn, I got to grow up a little bit.